you timeless Gunnar. It's trimless Gunnar is here with us. How you doing? How you doing, mate? How you doing?
Yeah, no, obviously, pretty gassed to be on the show. I've been watching for a while. Big up KJ and Terry for getting me on. Cheeky little appearance, but no, good. Obviously, it was a routine first half, standard procedure. I've gone to get the snacks, sat back down, then boom, JJ's turned on some Kaioken thing. Obviously, it died out. It's gonna die out. We knew Leicester was never gonna be a threat. I know everyone keeps talking about this XG. Football's not about XG, man. Football's an art. Football's a beautiful game. Things happen. Look at that goal from Justin. Like, we're probably never gonna see that again from Leicester in an Arsenal match like that. Callum Flourish was a breath of fresh air for me on that left side. Like, I'm just loving seeing his the passion that guy has, chasing down the balls. Sometimes though he's a bit on the freestarting, free roaming a little bit, leaving a bit too much space. It does get me a bit careful there, and it just gotta be conscious of that. But when you got Gabriel and Saliba, there's not really much to worry about. I'll be real, like these guys are so solid. But I've got to say, big respect to Vardy though. Like, it just shows like how smart this. I know he didn't score, but like, you saw him using his experience against Saliba, because he did give Saliba a bit of trouble in it. So I have to say big respect to Vardy. But yeah, man, Arsenal, we like to leave it late. We do this though. Last season we did it against Luton. Like, we like a cheeky little last minute winner. And of course, when the corners were coming in, if you're gonna have 15 corners, you're gonna score one. It's Arsenal. Come on, there was too many corners. Like, it was bound to happen. So yeah, obviously, I was more happy that City dropped points than us even scoring that last minute winner. I'll be honest with you, because for me, my eyes are just on them, because that's the bar, innit? The same way people always compare players to Saka, Kayo Saka. It's the same way I just compare everything to City. I gotta keep my eye on City. City dropped points today, phenomenal, but it'll get swept across because obviously City. If we had drawn today, and it was my first appearance on the show, that would have been long, car. It would have been stressing. I don't know.
Hey, don't worry, bro. We're gonna win the mini games. You'll be here.
Listen, I will. I want to say this about Saka today, though, because when people turn around and go, "What does he do other than GA?" I want to read out some other things he did today. Completed 8 dribbles in this game, created 8 chances, 4 of which were big chances created in the match. So a lot of times when people go like goals and he didn't get a goal or an assist today because the Trossard one's been given as an own goal. It's been given as an own goal, so it's not Trossard. It doesn't get the assist.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. The Premier League have given it as an own goal, so it's which they might end up changing by because it was, I suppose, on target, but yeah, they're giving it as an own goal. But it's just one again. He had I've seen people slagging him off. I thought he had a very good game. It was just the goalie kept on. I mean, if the goalie hadn't made all those saves, he would have walked away with 3 or 4 assists today, and then everybody would just be focusing on the assists as opposed to everything. I mean, completed 8 of 12 dribbles, and people go, "What else did he do in games?" He did a lot today. Just to.
But people say. No, sorry. I just wanted to say, people say, because I saw a super chat from Blaze. I don't know if you want to bring it up, Terry, but I saw a super chat from Blaze. He said, Saka would be nowhere without his corners, but the thing is, if you think about it, I'm sorry, Blaze, but if you act brain dead for a second and just look at that game, just on the case of all he does is score corners, but you have to look at the deliveries that he puts in, the fact that he consistently puts that corner in that place and makes sure he gets it to the right player. That consistency is what we're talking about, bro. That's a skill.
You can't. What you also can't do. What you can't do is discount Saka's assists from set pieces, but then at the same time praise, for instance, Cole Palmer's goals that come from penalties and free kicks, because they're all set pieces. And this is universal. You can't attack people for being good at set pieces, whether it creates chances or scores chances. This, for me, is something that, again, Elon Musk, whoever the name of the person that runs YouTube is, please, I know everyone wants free speech, but I think stuff like that should get you banned from social media. Saying like penalties aren't real goals, free kicks aren't real goals, corners aren't real, being a good corner taker isn't good creativity. That should be, I know they're locking people up in England for Facebook posts at the moment, but that should, I would be very grateful to see someone get a 2-year stretch for nonsense like that. Like, for me, that is testament to a crime. Saying that, imagine saying a free kick ain't a goal because it's from a dead ball. Yeah. Same with the corners, guys. We've got to, and this goes in every direction. I don't want Blaze to go to prison, by the way. I love Blaze. I'm just stating, I think we've got to drop that as an agenda from the football fan discourse, because I feel like it, again, all of them, shut down the businesses that do non-penalty goal stats. We don't care. I care about goals, not non-fucking penalty goals.
Can I say one thing quickly?
Just quickly, because Tell said something about obviously the goals, yeah, that was scored against us, yeah. I just want to say, Tell, the only thing I disagree with you on that, yeah, because I understand you're saying both goals were, one was a deflection and one was just a wonder goal. But what I will say is at times in that second half, they weren't falling back the way they were falling back against City. I need you to play against everybody like it's City. I don't care if it's Leicester, bro. Play against everybody like it's City. If you need to defend properly, bro. Don't just half-ass it. I see Partey just doing a little jog back. Like, bro, go back. Do you know what I mean? I need you to keep intensity because you're here.
I do get you, but then there's less danger, and then you want more players in more attacking positions when you want to attack. But I do hear you. Also, the other one that should be putting you in prison is calling someone like Haaland a tap-in merchant. That again just needs to be an arrestable offence because it's boring. It's boring saying that, I think.
By the way, Arsenal today, the amount of chances that we created and the amount of opportunities we created on that pitch. I don't want to hear about people saying, oh, this team without Odegaard, we can't create chances. Because Chelsea, who everyone's saying has one of the better attacks in the league, scored 4 goals today. And we also did the same thing. But we had a much higher XG. We had a much higher amount of chances created. And I think today was the most amount of chances we created in a game under Mikel Arteta. Like you did play the whole thing about 1 second. I'm not criticizing Chelsea. I'm just talking about to the people who are criticizing Arsenal.
But David, that's right. Sorry.
What I'm saying
is, David, you are right. David, they did play them, but this is the problem with this whole conversation in the last few weeks. Arsenal have been away to Villa, Spurs, and City in the opening 5 games. They hadn't played really any of the fodder yet. Most of the other teams who had scored more goals than them, if you look at like Liverpool played Ipswich, Liverpool played Brentford, Liverpool played Man United, that's fodder, as an example. They actually lost 1-0 to Nottingham Forest as an example. You look at Chelsea, like you've scored, Chelsea has scored 15 goals, but you've played Wolves, you've played Crystal Palace, you've played Bournemouth, you've played West Ham. You've played, in my opinion, easier teams. And that isn't slagging off your wins. But this idea that Arsenal weren't going to score goals, this one game has put them pretty much on par with everybody else in the top 4. I think they play Southampton next, but they're probably going to score 4 or 5 goals. And then all those stats of, their attack's weak, it's all just going to look the same as everybody else's. It was too early to have these conversations, in my opinion. I mean, you're not even meant to. When I grew up, you weren't even meant to look at any kind of table or stat until 10 games in, because until there's balance being applied.
Terry, my main point was we went from 13th big chances created in the Premier League today to 1st. So
there we go. That's exactly it. I said that to everyone. It would happen when they were listed as like one of the worst creators in the league. It takes one massive game and bang up the other. And I just felt like the analysis on that was crazy in my personal opinion.
And by the way, Chelsea had an amazing attack. You guys have been good defensively. You're shocking because you're a goalkeeper. I think you guys are going to get top 4, and you really showed improvements, massive improvements. But it's still early. You haven't faced that adversity of facing a lot of the big teams in a row or consecutive defeats. So let's wait and see before we jump to the conclusions of saying this Chelsea team is 100% back. But offensively, you look levels above the Manchester Uniteds and the Spurs right now.
You know what?
Everyone looks better. Yeah, everyone looks better than us. Let's go through some more of these super chats, guys. Just in time. Can't wait for the new agenda. It was we can't score goals and poor attack, and now it's we can't defend after conceding 2. Rivals. Sancho, massive upgrade on Sterling almost immediately, by the way. Were you impressed with him again today, Winter Surfer, Sancho?
Yeah. I mean, I know it's against Brighton, but he tore that right back, a new one. He's not even that pacey, Sancho. He just does a trick and gets away. He won the penalty, got another assist. Yeah, he seems to be settling quite well. You know, I'm glad we got him. If he continues like that 25 million is going to look like a snip next summer.
Funny how Arsenal fans say the Leicester goals were lucky, but forget they have been lucky to get points off of corners all season. But today, corners won't win you the league.
Corners won Chelsea the league. What the hell is he talking about?
Well, they do.
Whoa.
Back under John Terry getting 10 goals from corners. What are we talking about?
Don't mention me.
No,
Why is it
I'm
not
just
me
showing
for?
him. He's a Chelsea fan. He doesn't even know his own history. That's fucked up.
He's just he's just doing it to get you to respond, right? He's getting what he wants. He's getting your response. He's getting your response.
Blaze loves
He's
that.
getting your response. I know Blaze. He's on so many channels.
Bro,
He
Blaze
does
loves
all the
that
time.
shit, bro.
Yeah, he does it all the time. He does it to a Sam all the time.
No,
guy.
but you're belittling your own club's history.
Yeah, but
No, he's trying to get a rise out of you, Gal. You responded to it. That's what he's trying to do.
see here, it says I want to hire Poch back so we can sack him again. Arsenal's XG is 4.12, is the highest this season. Imagine having that and losing the game. Credit to the boys, but we need better concentration. Michael here says nothing wrong with the mentality. Could have been a cricket score, but for their keeper. We believed and kept going. They are hungry. Some gooners shameless over that reaction. Come on, you gooners, onwards, love and respect. Thank you, Jason. City are hurting. The Prem is smelling blood. I actually do believe that people are smelling blood right now, as in the clubs. They see a vulnerability there, and it's mad. I actually think again it will help Arsenal, and it could help Chelsea.